Okay, so let's see. How's it sounding? Okay, it's sounding good. Stream is coming in fine. That's good. Alright. For those in the future, welcome to Gamers Kingdom Livestream. If you like what you like and like what you see, like what you hear, please subscribe and make the channel grow. Now then, I'm gonna make that short because at least the introduction is there. Let's get to it. I feel like as soon as I get done with this, I'm on the final part of this event right here. After this, which hopefully doesn't take too long, you want to jump on Arc?
That's what I was about to do right now.
Okay.
I just need it.
I'll try to finish this in a timely manner, and then I'll jump on there with you. Okay. Okay. With Alpha stuck with Roland, you carry Huashu's key and swiftly leave the core area platform lift. The punching virus is highly concentrated up ahead. Let me treat your wounds here and now. I'll call on you. I got this. Got this. Live gently list your torn protective suit, disinfecting the cut and applying medication on the wounds before bandaging your arm. We'll need to fix your suit as well. We have more than enough supplies so you can just replace the damaged parts. Thanks to Bridget's generous offerings before you depart, you can save so much time swapping gears instead of repairing them. And I could think of someone else you can give me plenty of. Now to put on his protective gears. Gotta carry that weight. The virus concentration ahead is lethal to you after all. Liv speedily attaches the required parts to the corresponding spots of your suit. Yeah, can't English right now. It's like how to basic with the English. Have you seen those videos anyway? Alright, let's go. The how to basic videos?
Nah, I don't watch this shit.
But you know about them, right?
I think.
But it's like basically what happens is like they make it look also so professional, like how how to do something. Like let's say you're it's just like making like eggs up on a damn skillet, right? All of a sudden, like as they're, like about to break the egg, all they do is just like smash the shit out of the egg onto the fucking, onto the griddle.
Jesus.
And then it's just like after that, it's just like a barrage of eggs just going ham up on that damn thing and making a mess of the area. And then like like next thing you know, they're just like tossing it out on the porch and smashing more on the griddle, and then like taking out a blowtorch and you're fucking just like cooking like not only the eggs that are up on there that are messed around, but also the skillet itself, and just turning everything into charcoal.
God.
It's just like, why? It's just like stop. Okay. Walking along the narrow passage, you enter a hollow cavern a few times larger than the structure above ground. Standing aside is an inconceivably gargantuan monster. What is that? Roar. Roar. If I had a soundboard, I could probably make it like at least like a convincible like fucking roar, but I don't have that kind of thing. Underneath this behemoth is a lake composed of red tide, shimmering in its fierce and scarred glow. It must be the actual source of the red tide. What the fuck? What was that? Did you just smack something?
I just put my hand on my neck and.
Oh. I thought like you just did you find like a bug or something? What happened?
A cry chop.
Car chop your own neck. They do have a tar card with them. Based on previous estimations, if this thing reaches the surface Earth, no, even Babylonian won't survive its wrath. We can't fight it alone. Let's ask for backup. Nah, that would be unwise. Indeed, with how large large this mass is, and with the Ascendants guarding along with the path, I don't think any reinforcements can make it here in time. And we can destroy it with a WMD, you know. Oh, weapon of mass destruction. Okay, WMD. Before it leaves. But given how our signals are blocked here and how long the trip back to the surface is, it might be too late when it's ready. Best we approach first. It's got a safe path of entry. In that case, the reinforcements can arrive in safety. How do we get near that thing? Between the opening and the monster is a gap that completely cuts off their entry points, making the creature unapproachable. You can easily attack us when we use our short-range jet engines. Short-range jet engines. That'd be kind of cool to have. Just like boost all over the fucking place. It'd be like that one dinosaur that we have on the map. Understood. Let's move. Okay. Completely new map area. Let's see what's going on here. As you look for a way in, Murray happens to come through in your comms. Signal's finally back. What's your status? You discover a colossal creature here. We're unsure how to get near it yet. No worries, that should be a transport pod from the old factories where you guys are. You can get that shot. Transport pods? Jesus. Sorry. Murray, you seem to be very familiar with the layout of this place. I just found a map of this underground city, so I've marked a concealed entry point for me. My nose is being bothered. God damn it. Hold on. Something came up with it. Came up that I've got to handle. Talk soon. Murray smiles as he disconnects. Lee frowns, being lost in thought. We have analyzed the background noises in our call with Murray. Naturally, there are two faint sounds in the background during the call. One came from the cries of the hetero creatures, the other is the sound of the wind. I see that Murray was indeed a imposter. I knew something was wrong. The transport pod is quite possibly just another trap. If it was not Murray, who is it? I remember Commandant mentioning an Ascendant who can turn invisible and shapeshift. Lamia. Murray will call again soon. This time we have to track her down. Fucking bitch. Oh shit, hold on. Let me do this real quick. Oh, never mind. Alright, as suspected, it doesn't take long before that person calls again. Have you guys reached the transport pod I mentioned? Murray, whatever you want to call yourself. Maybe you thought you did a good job mimicking him, but you couldn't fool me. Lee, what are you talking about? Me, brother, don't you recognize me? Then explain to me why I couldn't get past the signal blockade when I tried to reach Babylonia since we got in Huashu's key. When you, who are apparently in Babylonia, can suddenly contact us. It's probably the first time I felt suspicious when I mentioned the graviton detector. If you were him, you would have known it's impossible to send us a response here. Plus, we've analyzed the environmental noises in your call, and you weren't in Babylonia at all. Lamia Asu? Now that I've been a mask. Apart from the human, this should be my first time meeting the Grey Ravens, right? What do you want? Just trying to get you out of here safe and sound with the pod. I guess there's something else. Pretty clever, aren't you, brother? You can see Lee clenching his jaw. If it were not a call, Lamia would have been shot multiple times already. How about a deal, Commandant? Give me Huashu's key and I'll show you the way to the big guy there. What do you want with the key? That you don't have to know. I'm not the one in a hurry here. As if responding to Lamia's words, a roar from the Polyphage, echoes again. What should we do, Commandant? Let's find her. But where is she? Given how strong the signal blockade is here, how well she knows our actions, I'm guessing she's just nearby. We can use the environmental sounds we analyzed earlier to deduce where she is in the chasm. Understood. Leave it to me. Okie dokes. Son of a bitch! It was right over there! Alright, let's do this.
遅い。
Woo!
私の力はどう？存分に楽しんだ。
Damn. Okay, there we go. Stop it. I surrender. Allow me to barely resist, surrendering immediately after being discovered. Are you really an ascendant? What's the alternative? I'm not fighting a type. I'll fire myself if I try. If you're surrendering, then tell us the way through the chasm. Isn't going after the Polyphage more terrifying than death? You can let me know after you die here. Come on, I'm just joking. Come on, please. Just please don't go into your toting gun around. Don't go toting your gun around, please. It won't help if I tell you anyway. The blockade here can only be disabled by an ascendant, which means I'm coming with you. From what Strike Hawk reported, not only can she disguise herself, she can also turn invisible with using optical camouflage and vanish when we're distracted. I'm not gonna run. Definitely not. And I definitely trust you. Liv. Don't we have any mountaineering steel wire from the support force? Hey, what is this? It hurts. That's my tail fin. Have you Babylonians never learned how to properly tie up a mermaid? You do not look like a fucking mermaid. I'm sorry. This is the first time I've seen a mermaid. Don't apologize for her. Here, tighter. Oh, dear brother, it hurts so much. Please let me go. Why did they get tighter, brother? I'll move all your skills if you pretend to be Murray again. Fine, sorry. After you find time line me up, you hear another massive quake coming from the Undercity cavern. Seems like you didn't make it in time. Oops. Is that Luna? Let's investigate the epicenter of that quake. Liv, stay in the back and keep your eyes on Lamia. Get moving, mermaid. I'm moving. Gentler, please. Only cracked and shattered rocks remain when you arrive at the epicenter. There was a fight here. Only Ascendant is capable of this level of destruction. But which one? From the marks you left, I'd say it was Miss Luna. Luna? But who is she fighting? No. Now hold on, I'm not trying to trick you seriously. But if you can catch a hetero creature that was nearby, there's a chance I can find out something. Let's go get one. There we go. more flash
私
today.
の力はどう？存分に楽しんだ？ 弱い。
Nope.
進行するための槍が誰でもいいからかかってきなさい。私たちのいつか全ての障害を取り除く。
Hey, there we go. There we go.
深淵に飲み込まれる。私の力はどう？存分に楽しんだ？ 弱い。 深淵に飲み込まれろ。弱い。
Woo!
私の力はどう？存分に楽しんだ？
The hell is this? Woo! Railgun for the win! The hell? Once again, using the mountaineering wire from the support force, you successfully captured the hetero creature. I'm still tied, so... Lee loosens the steel wire around Lamia's arms while pointing his gun at her head. No tricks. Alright already. Annoyed, Lamia wriggles her way towards the twitching creature, jabbing one of her sharp fingers into its head. You hear the sound of a cyst bursting, followed by the sound of swirling slime before Lamia pulls an oddly shaped device from the creature's brain. What the face? This stuff is like the red tide. I'm just plucking out the part that records information. And then she tosses it to Lee. Now you just have to project that information like what you've been doing on your way here. Lee, activate the spatial recreation. I understand. As a target completes, generating image from data completes. Projection begins. This is what you created? monster the size of a titan stands before, its body radiating unnerving red lights like the hetero creatures. It is a Polyphage virus manifested, the nightmare of humankind. I have brought its ultimate form to fruition, Polyphage, if I call it. It can devour everything before it and transform them into its own body. It will take over every land it crosses by releasing the red tide. And we, the Ascendants, will rule this land. Its existence will be our mightiest weapon in claiming Earth. Luna closes her eyes and extends a hand towards the Polyphage, then quickly shakes her head. And yet, it's just an empty vessel right now, albeit a little bit bigger. That is true. It still requires one crucial component, a part called Ascendant. If you're trying to waste my time with a joke, Ms. Luna, you have no idea what the Polyphage is actually capable of. Gabriel's eyes veiled in madness as he explains his plan to Luna. Luna listens quietly at first until she hears Alpha's name in Gabriel's plan. Her pupils constrict as she raises her hand, and blames forward and pointing shoot towards Gabriel. What did you just say? Raising Luna's reaction, Gabriel looks even madder. He looks up and stares at Luna, not even bothered to dodge. The Alpha spikes in front of him. All Ascendants are obligated to sacrifice for the Ascension Network. I hope Miss Luna is able to let go of her attachments for the grander scheme of things. This empty vessel is no answer to anything. I will not sacrifice anything for this fruitless attempt. As an agent of the Ascension Network, even I'm not going to offer my sister to achieve our goals. This is the only way. Your sister is nothing compared to what we want to accomplish. If you try to hurt her... Gabriel is forced to kneel under unsurmountable pressure from Luna's wordless gaze. The point of the Ascension Network is selection. Once we finish filtering this world, it'll become our paradise. With no hindrance from the past, this planet will be eternal. Luna signals Gabriel to stand with her eyes, but he remains kneeling on one knee. The bodies of the Ascendants are merely tools for our goals. Miss Luna, as our superior, you should not be preoccupied with these sentiments. Preoccupied? Are you suggesting these creatures born from the Polyphage are capable of replacing us? Luna speaks slowly, but even her smile carries an alarming weight. Even replacing an agent like me? Gabriel does not budge. He struggles but stands tall against the force from Luna, showing an unusual sense of rapture in his eyes. Maybe Luna should not come to the conclusion so soon. Look at the Polyphage's head. Luna finds an ashen figure slowly descending. She can sense the unique potent power signature coming from it without Gabriel explaining. This is the result of the evolution of the creatures born from the red tide. At the terminal of the Polyphage, controlling it means controlling the Polyphage. A power no less impressive than an agent's. The ashen hetero creature lands before Luna, mimicking Gabriel's actions and bowing his head. Luna cannot tell if it's acting out of compliance or threat, or neither, simply imitating what has been demonstrated. I see. That explains your confidence. Then allow me to test the so-called mightiest hetero creature. Of course. Once Miss Luna has experienced its might, you'll understand that it's more than meets the eye. Robots in disguise. Transformers more than meets the eye. Show me what power means to you, Gabriel. I'm extremely honored to witness your absolute power again. Hell? Oh, now it's telling me about breaking it. What? I'm not. What does that? Bullshit. fucked up. I fucked up. That wasn't part of the timeline. The two ivory figures clashed in midair, striking each other with incomprehensible speeds. Just the energy spilled from their attacks has left fighting marks on the surrounding cliffs. But Luna has the upper hand the whole time, taking the high ground in their duel before knocking the creatures to the ground, creating a massive crater. Although she manages to defeat the hetero creature, Luna has to spend a considerable amount of effort to do so. How remarkable. Miss Luna is truly second to none. Silently, Luna looks at her hand. Despite not needing to use her full strength, her opponent's power level has far exceeded what she imagined, and the power from the Ascension is weakening. But, Miss Luna, your fight has yet to end. The pale creature rises within the ashes, its fully expanded wings with merely a scratch on its body, creating an oppressive feeling that rivals Luna's. Pretty resilient. A blinding red light converges on the hetero creature's hand, while Luna also raises her hand and releases a ray of crystal laser. The two rays collide, warp, and expand, almost leveling the depths of the canyon. Soon the two beings merge and devour each other. Luna struggles but manages to maintain an edge over the hetero creature, leaving it consumed by the energy blast, falling to the ground.
所詮無意味な生き物。
昇格ネットワークの力。ルナ様、代行者たるあなたは比類なき力を持っている。しかし
ガブリエル、
あなたは昇格ネットワークを裏切った。
What the fuck?
愚か者。裏切り者はあなたではなくて。
Ah,
ガブ
shit.
リエル、あなた。
ルナ様、あなたは最後に代行者の資格を失う。
What?
昇格ネットワーク
I see enough tentacles to know where this is
の
going.
養分になっていただく。
What the? How dare you do that to Miss Luna? What happened to Luna if she's devoured? I wouldn't know. We had to get the Polyphage first. Mermaid, you know the path, so lead the way. How can I walk any faster? All tied up like this. Free my tail first, at the very least. Lee sighs and unties the wires on Alami's lower body. Oh, lovely. Come on, you really are a good person. Maybe we should keep her tight. Oh, no, keep her mouth shut. Lami looks resigned and sighs, but then she breaks into a wide grin as if recalling something. Follow me. It's up ahead. Well, shit is going down. The Polyphage's silhouette becomes more apparent the further you follow Lami down underground. The closer you are, the more its colossal side becomes evident, as well as the malevolence that seeps in. Eventually, there is only a rift standing between the Polyphage and you. Below it, the red tide roils and crashes to the side of the cliff. This is where I come in. After all, he wouldn't be able to pull this off. The Polyphage virus crystallizes under Lamia's command, forming a bridge that connects to any other rift, even if it only fits one person at a time. Stop bragging. Get to work unless you want a bullet in you. A small compliment wouldn't hurt. Did you see how hard I've been trying to help you? I'm not buying it. There's no way you'll genuinely help us. After all, I'm just a poor little fish in your leash. I'd do anything you tell me to. I'd rather live to be eaten alive by the Polyphage. Now that I managed to escape. Escape? Lamia nods while maintaining her control on the bridge. Gabriel has never treated me as an equal. He wanted to feed all of us ascendants to the Polyphage to give it enough power to destroy humankind. Well, I didn't want to be eaten, so I escaped. But considering Miss Luna has given it more than enough power, now we all gotta be desserts. How can we stop the Polyphage? I'm afraid the only way to get is to get Luna out of there. Or Liv falls silent. What she meant to say is plain as day. Liv, can you take the commandant back to the surface and call for reinforcements? Why? If you take Lamia with you, she should be able to help you bypass the signal blockade and reach Babylonia. Are you trying to get us out of here? Lucia, what about you? Someone has to hold off the Polyphage. With how powerful it's become, there'll be countless lives spared if you could just hold it back for a few seconds. Besides, Luna's still in there. Lee cuts Lucia off before she finishes. Then we go together. I'm the leader of Great Raven. Doing so is too risky and irrational. I will not put Commandant and you in danger for my judgment. And that's why you need us. Commandant's right. What's irrational splitting up in the face of that? If it were a strategic decision, I would have accepted it without questioning, giving it my all. But it's not the right move here. You're clearly doing so because you thought it is just a burden. It is just your burden to carry. I'm not gonna allow that. You might be the leader here, and we're supposed to follow your orders, but we're also your friends. Just like what Lee said, Lucia. We still don't know our way around here. We could easily get into trouble on our way back. Besides, Grey Raven's at its best when we're together, right? I understand. Thank you. That's what we're here for. Such a touching display of comedy. I'm so jealous. But I'm also pretty fed up. Sonny Lee feels a searing burn in his palm. Reflexively, his hand jerks and he finds a steel wire that has Lamia tied up and ruptured without any indication. Son of a bitch. Son of a fucking bitch. You fucking bitch. Use a hoe. Ho! Use a hoe. Ho! What a clingy bunch. Should've loosened it up a bit. Think again. Lee catches a reflection of red light in his peripheral and instinctually leaps in your direction. Lee? Shouldn't you be more worried about yourself? The Hedro crystal Lamia controls jet from the nearby cliffside, hitting where you are standing. Lee repositions you to ensure everyone's safe before firing 3 times at the distorted space next to him. Lamia appears on the ridge near Lee with a scorched right hand. She grinds her teeth as she stares at Lee, looking embarrassed and angry for the first time. This is what you're after, isn't it? A gleaming white cube appears in Lee's fingertips. Washer's key, given by Roland earlier. He has Lucia the key before pointing. He has Lucia the key before pointing his gun at Lamia. Guys with the instincts are the worst. Can let an Ascendant get a hold of it again. Ascendant? You really are pretty clueless, aren't you? What are you saying? How could not if I say another word? You're nowhere nearly as scary as that guy. Try as you may, I'll get what I want eventually. This time, you're not catching me. She sticks her tongue out and buzzes before disappearing into thin air. The bridge Lamia made instantly crumbles, the crystals that supported it falling down to the crevice into the red tide. Only then do you realize you have been led to the Polyphage's side of the platform during the battle. There goes our way back. So I'm sorry for letting her get away. It's not your fault. It isn't. Sadly, we no longer can track her whereabouts. Finding her now with little information we have is going to be very, very difficult. We have a larger fish to catch. You're right. At least we've reached the entrance to the Polyphage. Nothing can stop us now. Still, there's one thing that baffles me though. What do you mean? Lamia's familiarity with the spirit of her voice is beyond reasonable. Even as an act, she still wouldn't be able to be that familiar with the battle system Babylon is using for the first time. Maybe she was informed by Hwashu, like how Alpha did? Possible. I still think something's off. Forget it. There's more to worry about now. Let's keep going. You're right. Let's go. What a failure, Lamia. If I follow them from behind, I'll find another way to swash you for them. You talk too much. I know, but you have to know how funny it was. Isn't that guy your brother? Why don't you just ask him if you want Huashu for yourself? Or am I sensing another agenda here? You humans even lie to your own family. Spooky. It's not your place to judge. Go, complete your task. I'll have to get so close to the Polyphage this way. If I'm doing something so ridiculously risky for you, you can't be going back on what you promised. You hear me? I'll keep my eye in the bargain if you keep yours. Good. There's a lot of work playing prisoner while trying to keep the punishing virus at an acceptable level to the Grey Ravens. Is that so? You seem like you were enjoying yourself. What? What the fuck? What just happened? What in the hell just happened? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, let's go with it. Woo! So that's the Polyphage. It's way too big. I say we move forward stealthily if it's possible. The Polyphage seems to have been expecting your arrival. It sends a powerful shockwave your way with an incredible roar. All hands, brace yourself for shock. Don't fall into the red tide. Protect the Commandant. Understood. Is everyone okay? I'm fine. Commandant and I are looking okay. That was one powerful roar, though. I can't even get close to it now. We need to disable it temporarily somehow. Whoa, why am I over here? Fuck. Whoa, Oh, son of a bitch. No! God damn it. See, you made your way here. Gabriel. Not only are Lucia's predator strikes easily countered by the humanoid hetero creature next to Gabriel, but she is also pushed back several feet away. Lucia corrects her stance as she lands. Just this brief encounter has alerted her how dangerous the hetero creature is. Even more so than Gabriel. Is this monster another one of your creations? Creation? No, they are evolved from the will of the punishing virus. I am merely a facilitator. At the cost of betraying your master? What happened to Miss Luna was not intentional. Since the moment we discovered life in the hetero core, I've come to understand that the Ascension Network was aware of my wish. It was showing me a new path to that destination. I have since been laying the foundation of my plan. I was expecting an approval from Miss Luna, who should have joined me in carrying out the mission for the Ascension Network. But she disappointed me. She's no longer the perfect agent who abides by her duty. Miss Luna is lost because of Alpha and you. Other reasons she's lost? Ever since Alpha's arrival, as well as her encounter with you, Miss Luna has strayed further and further from the path of an agent. She has become sentimental. Given their bond, I was going to lure Alpha with Miss Luna, treating them both as nourishment for the Polyphage. Yet Alpha never showed. Did she realize what I was planning, and therefore ran away? Is that how strong a familiar bond is? Or perhaps you realize the so-called sentiments are simply illusions the humans' minds create for themselves. Those of us who are forged in metal should have abandoned such trivial matters long ago. You've never even bothered to understand what these sentiments are, have you? Enough talking. The Polyphage's roar arises from afar. The cliffs of the undercity cavern shake from the reverberation of its cry, showering countless pieces of rock along its walls, and they fall into the red tide. Gabriel looks up as if he is enjoying what is rattling. Miss Luna is indeed the most important piece of the puzzle. Even in her fall from grace, she is still a powerful agent. Once the Polyphage is fully fused with her, it will emerge from her and present to the world its significance. The other sense will see the virtue of my path, and they will sacrifice for our kind. After that, I'll take care of our last threat. Alpha will become quite troublesome if she's not dealt with swiftly. I pity you. You could have stood at the forefront of a brand new war if you could only see the truth. Alas, you shall become the offering before the end of mankind. Let the Polyphage devour you. Maybe your death will mean something. Gabriel raises his hand, and an infinite amount of hero creatures rise from the red tide and surround you all. Protect Miss Luna. Keep them away. The ashen hero creature spreads its wings and bows to Gabriel before flying to the top of the Polyphage. The location. The swarming monsters gather and block your line of sight. Gabriel pridefully heads towards the core area. In the distance, the Polyphage roars once again, its voice shaking the earth you stand on. Everyone, prepare for battle. Sento Kaishi. What the? What? Hello? Ah! Jesus! Oh, we got music going on here? Come on. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Run! I got you, bitch! Woo! Woo! Boom! Okay, okay, get out, get out, get out! Whoa! What the hell is that? Woo! Ah! Woo! Oh! What? What's that? That's what I'm talking about. Did we do it? Lucia's last strike was hit with the hit the exposed hetero core. The Polyphage lets out a screeching, distorted scream, and its attack clearly slowing down. Is there no stopping it even when we wreck the hetero core? The Polyphage bellows in an odd and twisted way, and you can see the damaged parts of the hetero core repairing itself. If we don't destroy it in its entirety, is it just going to keep fixing itself? We might not be able to stop it the way we stopped the rail heterozygote. If we don't wipe it out completely, it'll keep repairing itself indefinitely. Despite both being the products of heterocore, this one's difference between the Polyphage and the rail heterozygote. And it's in the center. That's right. Luna may be the source of Polyphage's power and self-repairing ability. Gabriel did say she was the most important piece of the puzzle. It seems that the only way to defeat the Polyphage is to incapacitate this puzzle piece. So it is. Everyone there seems to understand the weight of her words. Lucia clutches her sword as everyone falls silent. Come on, if I may. Please. I am a construct. A human's blade to reclaim Earth. The descendants are our enemies. If I try to help Luna, I'll be helping an enemy. And yet, Lucia takes a deep breath and puts her right hand on in front of her chest, as though she's attesting to her decision. Even if it's baseless, even if it sounds ridiculous even to me, I want to believe in her. I want to believe that deep down she's still the Luna who's afraid to be alone, who's waiting for someone to hold her hand. After remembering my past, I've been wondering that had I held onto my sister's hand a little tighter, had I been a little bit more decisive, a little braver, maybe things would have turned out differently. But I can't change my past. I can only move forward. Move forward. And find a way to end this war, to save all of us. Even when we're on opposite sides. To find that impossible answer. Will you still support me, Commandant? When I won't stop believing. I will. Thank you, Commandant, for believing in the capricious me. Lucia slightly relaxes her grip. She breathes a sigh of relief before raising her head and gazing on a familiar face a familiar look of determination. I fear that my choice will put you all in danger, so I want you to leave first, please. I want to see Luna again and ask her so many questions. I want to find out with my own eyes if she's still the Luna I remember. If she isn't, I'm prepared to strike her down. I will not let anyone get hurt because of her again. But if it's between taking her down or saving her, I still want to save her. If we get to the top of the Polyphage and try to separate Luna from it, we might be able to greatly weaken it to the point where it can be destroyed. The way I see it, this has never been a path to pure destruction. Lee, if it were me, I would also want to believe in my family. We might have become constructs, but to me, our bonds don't change because our bodies do. It's as good as any reason to fight. Whether speaking as a Grey Raven or just speaking for myself, I'll support you. I always believed in you, Lucia, because you are strong and you are kind. Live. If Gabriel wasn't lying about the Polyphage fusing with Luna, then it'll be too late when it completely devours her. Stopping it is all we can do right now. So, Lucia, please don't carry this burden by yourself. Whatever trouble's ahead, we'll face it together. Lucia nods and Liv, as you all stand side by side. The Polyphage will recover its mobility soon. We have to act quickly. I have everyone's back. You have my support. Let's get ready and board the Polyphage. Try to approach where Luna is. We'll be exposed to the enemy's attack if we get any closer. Commandant, at your orders. Charge. Our target is the energy core at the top of the Polyphage. Grey Raven, take flight. Oh, so I gotta leave? God damn it. Oh, never mind. Expression. Despite the difference in their strength, Roland has still managed to stall Alpha long enough. It's clear who's winning it by the end of the fight, yet Alpha cannot fathom why Roland is dead set on stopping her. You should know there's no way you're beating me. Alpha removes her blade from the side of Roland's abdomen, and vital fluid pours out from the wound. Roland retreats backwards with his hands on the wound. The weapon in his hand still blocking Alpha's path forward. Don't be so sure. What was that? Gabriel believes that the only way to create our paradise is to become the strongest descendants, holding absolute power in hand. Roland raises his gun and aims at Alpha, but the Ascension Network won't allow kindness and mercy in the agent. Intense hatred, pain, obsession. There where our Ascendants draw their strength. Luna's strength and yours have been declining, and your wills as in the Asc-Nets have been wavering. If we're to succeed in our goal of destroying humankind and transforming Luna into the strongest agent with absolute power, the UCP must die at Alpha. Is that why you're helping on stopping me? Roland lowers his gun. Nah. Luna's initial wish was to create a paradise where she could stay together with her sister. But as long as this Asc-Net has a leash on her, Luna will never get what she truly wants. It took me so long to understand what she truly desires. I feel like she's yet to realize it. The Ascension Network has a bigger hold on her than it has on you or me. Great Ribbon and that human colonauts. They're the key to her real vision. That's why I let them go. Do you get it now? I'm not the one you should be stopping. Gabriel is. He's the one who's been scheming all along. Losing us and Luna to fulfill his so-called will the Asc-Net. That's his real goal. Roland informs Alpha of everything he knows about Gabriel's plan. That Gabriel. How dare you leverage all the Ascendants for this idiotic plan? To betray and abandon and sacrifice everything for his own ambition. That sounds like a... Where's Luna now? If I had to guess, inside the Polyphage. I could have warned Luna in time. I didn't expect Gabriel to move forward with his plan so soon. But if you were also stoked by Gabriel and tried to fight the Polyphage at your current state, then forget about saving Luna. You'd have been devoured as well. Then no one would be able to stop Gabriel. That's why you're got her here? Roland shrugs, neither confirming nor denying. So stay calm. If the Gravios get stopped to death by the Polyphage over there, we'll still have time to come up with a contingency. I know what I'm going to do. Oh really? Well then, I should also start moving. Gabriel's as pure as his descendant can be. Luna, you and I. We're all just tools to accomplish his goals. So, you're correct. Not only Miss Luna, but both of you should also become tools of the Ascension Network. Roland, I do not find your treasure surprising. Gabriel. Gabriel steps out of the dark corner, still acting as courteous as ever, but he can hardly conceal the deranged sense of menace he is giving off. He's all yours. Roland smiles again nonchalantly. He whispers something to Alpha as he passes her, before leaping into the darkness within the core area with the help of his chain blade. Alpha has already lunged forward with her sword out before Gabriel can make a move. Alpha closes in, attempting to expose a weak spot on Gabriel with a series of continuous strikes. Gabriel's forced back, barely managing to counter her every move with his cane. You betrayed Luna. Me? No. Luna is the one who betrayed us and you. You are the reason for her betrayal. You are why she has forsaken the Ascension Network. Why she has lost power, the power of an agent. Luna has never betrayed any one of us. I'm sorry. I can't let you leave this place. I will not let you destruct our great ascent because of some frivolous sentiment. Alpha's sword slices across Gabriel's chest, sending sparks flying everywhere. Gabriel rips off his tower cloak, revealing his colossal mechanical stature. You really are the biggest threat to the Ascension Network. Are you not going to save your dear sister now that the Polyphage has devoured her? I know we are conspiring, Gabriel. You might as well have it written all over your face. If I let you go now, you just become a larger threat to Luna. I can only hope that those grey rumors will last long enough for me to get to her. I cannot imagine you choosing to believe in those inadequate constructs. Alas, they have most likely been turned into food for the Polyphage. No. This time, I'm choosing to believe in myself and Gabriel. What I'm going to do now is destroy you. Alpha lifts her katana, her eyes burning with fury. I will not forgive anyone who hurts Luna. Let's go over here. Woo!
私の力はどう？存分に楽しんだ。
God damn it! I don't have the fucking thing. Do I have it for this? We got company from behind. There's no going back. Don't worry. We never planned to go back anyways. We need to force our way through before they get we need to force our way through before they have us totally cornered. The enemies keep coming. Instead of defeating all of them, you need to find a way out. Arithmetic breakthrough. Oh! Finally that thing appears. Ooh. Alright, let's do this. You. Oh, you gonna get him, motherfucker!
私たちは全ての障害を取り除く。
深淵に飲み込まれる。
進行するための槍となる。全ての障害を取り除く。
Son of a bitch!
飲み込まれろ。私の力はどう？存分に楽しんだ。
You son of a bitch. Railgun!
私たちは全ての障害を取り除く。
Hey, there we go.
Mic off. Mic on.
Whew. Sorry.
Yo. 私の力はどう？存分に楽しんだ？
Okay, so I need to go in here. Alright, cool. Like newborn babies flapping their limbs, a hunting claw extrudes from the head of the Polyphage and waves around praying. The top of the Polyphage is displaying a massive energy response. That should be where Luna is. Like an immune system of living organisms, a large number of hetero creatures react to Grey Raven's arrival by overwhelming them like a flood. We can't stop here. Lee, take care of the enemies to the sides, and I'll open us a path. Understood. Behind you! A hetero creature lunges towards the two of them from behind, only to be shot down by a ray of lasers. In the back, Liv waves at you as she shoots down the creatures with her mounted guns. I knew we could always rely on you, Liv. That's why we can have each other's backs. That is why we're a Great Raven. The four of you tread upward toward the head roamer, going as fast as you can, knowing that this is a race against time. I want to repoint the Spear of Ever West. When we can disable the Polyphage's arms. All we need is a couple of minutes to have a shot at getting its core. I'll provide support from the rear. You can depend on me. The way's forward clear. Let's go. Don't! Alright. Whoa! Hey! What the hell is all the fucking, fucking cannon fire? The hell is this? Hey! Woo! Okay, okay. Good. Motherfucker. Gotcha! That's it? I was expecting a QTE and more. Come on. The enemies are hatching faster than we can beat them. We're not going to get anywhere if we get locked into an endless fight. Liv and I will stay here to keep the path open. Lucia, Take Commandant and Priest encirclement and get to the core. That's right. Lee and I can both support you with range attacks, so you can make use of their explosive capabilities to get through. Lucy's about to say something, but she just nods after seeing the looks on their faces. In that case, I'll be counting on you. Commandant, how do you feel about a little jog? Easy peasy. You tap your chest with your hand in a laid-back manner, giving her a real approval. Lucy nods to your response, then readjusts her grip on her katana. Another wave of hetero creatures approaching. Go, Lucia! We'll let Liv and Lee take care of here. Come on, let's keep going. Despite the many enemies ahead of her, Lucia knows the bullets and beams coming from her teammates will clear her way. While Alpha clashes with Gabriel, Roland arrives at the underground area on the other side of the core area. The hetero creature standing on his way attacked the southern invader, only to be crushed into pieces by Roland's glistening chain blade. Roland spits out a vital fluid stuck in his throat, sighing watching the silent monster stand in front of him. Oh, you're here? Gabriel's hitting you here as expected. Alpha's still on Gabriel, so I took the opportunity to locate this place. I wonder how it's going there. Well, now's not the time to worry. The ashen hetero creature floats slightly above the ground, quiet and still, looking almost like a statue. Even though he doesn't trust me completely, I managed to get enough information for Gabriel to find out where you were staying. He's a cautious sort of guy, not the kind of person who'd only have only one control terminal for the Polyphage. You're his insurance policy. Luckily, I've been keeping tabs on him. Otherwise, no one's gonna know you're here except for him. Right. I imagine the Grey Ravens have encountered the other you that's guarding Luna by now. Or your sister. Do you species call each other human names? Well, it doesn't matter. What matters is you're symbiotic with the Polyphage. If I destroy you here, the Polyphage will fall into the brief moment of disarray from losing one of its terminals. I'm guessing your sister will be affected too. I'm not sure how big of an impact this will make, nor do I know if Grey Raven will manage to seize the opportunity. Roland draws his weapon and the hetero creature across him immediately spreads its wings, its eyes blinking and menacing red as if it detected a threat. So, this is how it is. You don't even hesitate to fight me as soon as I show a little bit of aggression, even if I'm a descendant. I watched you grow up, for crying out loud. I want to mind a little respect. I know it won't be easy to take you down. I think I'm ready. So while your sister's having fun with Grey Ravens, we can have our own little dance. You pathetic creature. Let's see. Map. Add to the Polyphage level area 1. So should I leave? Oh, yep. Hold on. Before I continue, be right back.
Mic off. Mic on. Mic off. Mic on.
Whoopsie daisy. There we go. All right. Alright, got a little bit of ice cream and a little bit of Captain Morgan. There we go. Oh well. Doesn't throw good. A little. Woo! I'm gonna fight. I might as well do it all the way. You guys can't stop me. The Polyphage is now trying as hard as it can to shake the gray ribbons off its body. Come on, hold on to something. You thrust your knife into the Polyphage's body and hold on to it. Come on, over here. Grab Lucy's hand. You grab Lucy's hand as she pulls you to a safer platform. Come on, are you okay? I'm alright. That's good. Let's continue onward. Oh!
私の力はどう？存分に楽しんだ？私の力はどう？ 存分に楽しんだ。
A vibration stronger than before reaches you. A shadow now looms above your head. What's going on? Coming out over there. The Polyphage raises his hand and slamming it down so fast to where you are. The Polyphage misses, his hand now paralyzed from overloading. Now coming out. Let's go all the way to the top. Oh.
私の力はどう？存分に楽しんだ。
Hey, I got the thing. There we go. 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 Lucy can see Luna through the transparent energy core at the top of the Polyphage. The revelation that Luna was an ascendant during their encounter in the Kowloon metropolis had Lucia shaken back then. Her thoughts tangled up in her mind like a disordered ball of yarn. The ascendant who could manipulate the punishing bag was a far cry from the little girl who held her hand. Her idea of her sister has since become uncertain and fractured. It is only until now that Lucia has a chance to take a closer look at the Luna in the present. Her pale cheeks are almost translucent, her brows frowned, her lips spurting brief and repressed gasps. She no longer finds the little girl that has been refitted, then reshaped by the virus and then evolved. But Lucy knows this expression. It's one she found on Luna's face when she slept alone. She would sleep with her battered doll in the cold bed, waiting for her sister as she scavenged for food. She always looked lonely and scared, her eyelashes dotted with tears of fear, as if a nightmare was haunting her. But if she hugged her and held her hand tightly, the little girl would smile with ease, readily falling asleep again in her sister's arms. Now Luna is trapped in a chamber akin to a cultivation pod, her eyes shut, her limbs bound by the hunting claws of the Polyphage. She's so close and yet so far away. Even with all her power as an agent, she could still look so fragile. An unspeakable pain tears through Lucia's heart. She can't help but call out her name. Luna! This is the source of Polyphage's power. We have to separate her from the core first. Lucia nods and raises her katana, ready to thrust it into the core, but then, like a violent storm, a biting sight cuts across Lucia's right arm in the blink of an eye, launching her to the edge of the platform that contains the Polyphage's core. The ashen hetero creature that appeared next to Gabriel is now descending from the air, hovering before Lucia with its wings spread. Get out of my way! Lucia swings at the creature, but it counters her strike with the same attack at almost the same angle. The hetero creature may have had the upper hand when it comes to a contest of pure strength. It's mimicking my move. And the terrible, photographic reflexes. No one knows that the hetero creature born for the punch virus is self-aware, but its point is if you can only copy what's on the surface. Lucia takes a deep breath and adjusts her grip. Yet she displays an unfamiliar battle sense, one in the vein of several different constructs she knows, without strictly adhering to one. Let me demonstrate you with my blade, and then I'll destroy you. Oh, let's do this then. I was betrayed, but no matter how painful the wounds were, I've decided to look forward. I will embrace the future with great evening, with Commandant, and everyone in Babylonia. Luna, I want to share my stories with you. Even if there's only darkness ahead of us, I'd like to believe in that tiny spark of hope, because it's a treasure given by those important to me, and nothing can replace it. I will cut down anything and anyone that gets in my way. When everything's over, I will gently pat your head like I used to. Look, there we go. Mirror! You bitch! Hey! No! The ashen creature's blade slits across the air Lucia's flank, forcing her to dash back with her jetpack, putting in some distance between them. The poison virus it carries instantly infests her wound, causing her severe pain, but her fight has yet to end. This is nothing. Her blade-wielding figure is awe-inspiring and determined as he first met her. Lucy quickly twists her engine before pointing her blade at the hetero creature again. The ashen creature is adapting to Lucy's attacks as if it's learning while fighting. But Lucy does not hesitate. She manages to distance herself again during the opening of the hetero creature's attacks. Before it can recalibrate its stance, Lucy is already closing aim with her sword out. This time, her katana strikes the creature with a devastating blow, pushing it off the platform. This is my chance! But the moment Lucy turns and heads for the engine core, the Polyphage's hunting claws reach out from behind the core and swinging toward Lucy. The shot hits an arm as it nears Lucia, splintering it. The red tide pours from the wind and wriggles around the platform like worms. Having lost an organ, the Polyphage cries out so deafeningly that the scream thumps on your eardrum, causing you searing pain. Meanwhile, the ashen hetero creature has regained consciousness, stretching its wings and approaching the platform. Strong, powerful Luna! The ashen creature swings its scythe towards Lucia, and she blocks it with her katana. If that's the case. Deflecting the hetero creature's blows, Lucia finds an opportunity to throw you a rectangular case. Come on, catch! It's a weapon catch. Lucy put away when you were gathering loose rings. You activate a familiar-looking katana just from within. The blade you are holding is an empty katana that has pure black with a safer's edge, glistening orange. Katana scratches and scars on it reveal a storied history of battles. This is... Count on you, Commandant. Lucy looks over to you with her engine cord that is imprisoned Luna, then clutches her katana and puts another impending hunting claw. You immediately understand what Lucy means. You close your palms around the grip of the ebony blade, rushing towards the Polyphage's core. You cut through the hunting claws blocking your way, while Lucy eliminates the ones reaching from behind you, all the while finding the ashen hetero creature. Your chest aches from the continuous running, but now it's not the time to stop. Plunge the katana into the Polyphage's core. Lucy's yearning coats the katana in your hand, sharpening its edge and strengthening its blade. You slide it deep into the engine core. Deep crimson light immediately radiates where you cut it open. The Polyphage releases an ear-splitting roar. Multiple heptapods take shape on its head, all lunging toward you. And then the arms are all cut down by chilling frost rays scattered all over the floor. You drive your control shroud and everything. Almost! The ashen hetero creature has fully recovered. It gathers as much punching virus as it can from the surroundings and shoots out a scarlet beam of virus toward you. Lucia sinks her blade into the ground as an anchor and shields you with her jetpack. The punching virus slowly disintegrates the surface of the engine and forces pushing Lucia back. Lucia, get out of there! No. If I back away now, the only way to keep everyone safe is to stop it here. I won't back down! As her jetpack completely dissolves, Lucia draws her katana from the ground, ready to block the deadly ray with her blade. Lucia, wait! You're going to be... The beam suddenly stops. The actual hero creature falls to the ground as if it suddenly loses power. What happened? The hero creature on the ground writhes and thrashes, making a horrifying twisted shriek. Following the creature's frenzied movements, the Polyphage also slows down, and the hunting calls all stop midair, frozen, as if they stopped receiving any directive. This anomaly lasts only half a second before the hero creature flats its wings again, trying to reposition itself. Come on, now! Ignoring the crazy alarm from your punch device detector, you push with your last bit of strength and your katana finally punches the shielding of the Polyphage's core. With a flash of crimson, the core begins to crack. No one knows what would happen if a human hand reaches inside the core, but there's only one thing you can do now. Luna! Wake up! The interior of the core spews out countless hunter claws, and they hold on to Luna as stubbornly as the Polyphage's obsession is. Those slender arms attack everything that approaches, desperate to tear into everything they touch and drag them inside. The protective suit from the support force you're wearing is torn away by their relentless talons. The corrosion index shown on your wrist is climbing rapidly. I feel... You no longer feel your body aching. In fact, you no longer feel your arms and legs. You don't need the maddening alarms to know that your body has reached its limit. Madness, hatred, your desire to destroy. The corruption on the mind from the Polyphage seeps into you alongside a punishverse. Yet so does the yearning for Luna. You fall into a constant clash with Luna's mind. Her pain, anger, and obsession all plunge into the gaps in your consciousness like a torrent of melted snow. You can feel her consciousness intertwining with yours. And as your psyche is interweaved into the chaotic mind, you fall. Complete darkness lies before you. You cannot tell if the space you are in is narrow or vast, and time stops having any meaning here, as it stretches a moment to eternity. You immediately notice a white figure in the void because, in this immense darkness, she is the only light. How did you get here? Although you have only heard her voice a few times, you instantly recognize this as Luna speaking. Luna? The young girl in white curls up into a ball on the floor. If the darkness you are stepping into on is indeed the ground, who are you? The Great Raven Commandant. So it's Lucius Commandant this time. She walks towards you, not hovering, for some reason. And the eyes on her short frame look up at you. Whatever you want to say, I get it. What do you mean? I know the routine now. If I don't listen to you, my body hurts. All I've ever wanted is for my wish to come true. All I want is Lucia by my side. She no longer has to act or lie about the bad things in the world. I'm strong enough for both of us now. I'll carry her burden wherever it is. She just needs to stay with me. I'll destroy this world of liars. I'll make all the vile men pay. Once the filtering is over, I'll create a paradise where we can live freely. A place to truly call home. And then everything that's ever hurt or upset Luna will disappear. She and I can go to the places that she was always wanted to go. She's still the kind soul she was, but something changed, and she wouldn't tell me what it is. But the only thing I've never regretted is fighting her and getting her back to me. Here we go. Luna's gaze seems to go through you, settling on something else. Chillingly, she smirks. Doesn't matter whose face you're donning. I know none of this is real. So stop thinking you're here that your tricks will sway me. Does she think I'm a projection of her mind? The void begins to shake. The counters of Luna's clothes begin to crumble and fade into darkness. You fear that her consciousness will soon follow. I'm not a projection. Then why are you here? Luna's expression changed back to the one you remember, proud, estranged, but then fictitious and distant. Lucia is still fighting. Even in the mind, the sound of Lucia's battling the hero creature comes through constantly. Every wound she takes is another second to save Luna. Lucia? My sister is outside. Why is she... She's fighting for you. Just like how she used to fight to protect you. As though something has hit her, Luna braces her head with her hands. What's happening to me? I was there with Gabriel on the Polyphage. That thing is wrong. It shouldn't exist. And then Gabriel's going after, you're inside the Polyphage. Luna's expression shifts for the first time. She stands straight and tall. I remember now. Gabriel was going to turn Alpha into. I will not forgive anyone who hurts my sister. You hear the sound of something cracking in the dark, as if it has escaped from the constraints of darkness as it returns to Luna. The voice of Alpha calls linger in the air while the sound of Lucia's battle hits your conscience periodically, guiding you like a beacon. The darkness tries to flood you out, rejecting your evasive psyche. You keep getting rejected from the mind, bouncing between it and reality. As the force that pulls you away intensifies, more and more voices from the outside world leak into the mind to stabilize your hold of it. But you still try your best to tell Luna your plan. Witnessing your fading shadow, Luna looks conflicted. I will take every chance to overcome this. That's why I'm going to get you out of here. And you're going to defeat the Polyphage and save Lucia. Is that why you believe in this, human Lucia? Even without my full power, I should be able to accomplish that. My sister's still outside. I'm not meeting my end here. Realizing that Luna is attempting to escape, the dense fog of darkness converges around her again, striking her with its physical form. The nightmare that has been haunting her mind is now a physical monster that rips into her body, and it tries to drag her back into the abyss. You won't stop me again. Huh. The scars of her resistance tormented her like a whip lashing her over and over again. But Luna ignores the pain as she runs towards the only light in the darkness. Your conscience returns to the reward, and all the pain you've been holding all surfaces all at once, almost knocking you out again. However, the infection for the Polyphage is surprisingly receded even without injecting a serum, despite the fact you should have succumbed to it long ago. The chaos that was flooding into your mind has also stopped as if something is blocking it. Your incapacitated body is now slowly recovering. The Polyphage reacts to Luna waking up by expending all of its power to suppress her mind. She winces again from the pain. It attempts to pull her conscience back into the abyss once more. If it succeeds, their minds will be fused forever, and Luna will cease to exist while the Polyphage will gain all her power. But this has distracted the Polyphage long enough for them maintaining control over the hunting claws. The grace of your arms begin to weaken and making them easy targets even for a novice sword wielder. So the hunting claws. You call out the flapping arms and sparks fly everywhere inside the Polyphage's core. Luna! The remaining hunting claws, begin to cover Luna layer by layer, quivering as they try to pull her further down. Damn it, wake up! You swing and you cry out her name, giving her mind something to latch on. In a desperate gamble of time and fate. Their arms are still crawling and pulling, but this is where they meet their end. Plunge your katana through the Polyphage's core. You pierce the energy core with your blade in one hand, while grabbing Luna's arm with the other. You pull her up towards you. I did not expect that quick time fucking decision. I did it. Kamina has rescued Luna from the core? Noticing the source of its power removed, the Ashen Hero creature lets out a horrifying shriek and rushes towards where Luna is. I will not let you near them! Lucia stands in the way of the creature's path, taking the brunt of the force from the impact. While she manages to stop its advance, she also is knocked down and is tossed back several feet. Her system alarm goes off, and the warning siren blaring. Her hands are wounded from the crash, and her vital fluid is leaking out from those openings non-stop. It's not over. I can still fight! The acid creature growls at Lucia again in a frenzy of rage. Are you angry because your source of power is taken away? That's not an emotion you're imitating. Maybe you're a little human after all. Lucy gets up, standing her ground, confronting her hopelessly overpowered opponents. I've lost my sister, my home, a partner whom I trusted, and a place where I belonged. I've lost my conviction as Lucia. Her season keeps recommended to turn off her pain receptors when entering her idle state in case she goes into shock. But Lucia refuses, ignoring the sister's warnings. If she loses consciousness, Luna and you will be in an insurmountable amount of danger. That's why she's able to use the pain to keep herself awake. Her jetpack shield has disintegrated, her power dwindling. The katana in her hand is as damaged as her frame, but I still stand with Commandant and Great Raven. I will find the answer I'm looking for, and this time I will remember. No matter how bleak this fight is, Lucia has found a reason to overcome. Lucia looks at you for one last time, then raises her katana toward the Ashen Hetero creature. Wait, what's this? What's your eyes? A new mind connection? Signal. Signal? Connecting to the descendant will put too much stress on Commandant. What if? No, I believe in Commandant's decision. I'll buy you time before the connection is established. Trust me. Hey! You motherfucker! Just die! You know not how critical a decision you made, as the pain from the punch virus corruption forced you to disassociate, keeping you from thinking straight. In your trance, you hear someone speaking to you. Can you tell me what is the most crucial foundation of the Commandant construct maneuver? This is the question the lecturer of tactics and strategies asked you when you left the lecture hall a long time ago. What was it that you answered? I'm new about this. The Ember device. No, that's not it. It's trust. The Commandant is responsible for the life of the construct, and the construct's mind is constantly affecting the Commandant. Because of that, Construct needs to trust the Commandant's directives, and the Commandant needs to trust the Construct's capabilities. When you lead your squad to a fight and make the call to attack, when you command, your Constructs trust you wholeheartedly. They will fulfill your every order. I mean, it's not the most proper way to describe something on a battlefield, but that sounds nice, doesn't it? Only absolute trust can create a real bond between a Commandant and a Construct. It's the simplest lesson, and yet most of you forget it eventually. Tower Dragon, I want you to wake up! What are you doing? Your consciousness returns from your memories, and you find the lethal amount of punishment virus around you reduced into an acceptable level. You're bold enough to connect with the Ascendant on the Ascension network, and yet you don't know what the consequences are? Court martial, I guess. Then why did you do it? Because of trust. And what is it you trust? How much you miss your sister? Regret, agony, hate. The thoughts crashing into your mind may be chaotic, but one sentiment stands out from the rest, like an untainted ray of moonlight gleaming into the darkest depths of the consciousness. It's the purest, fiercest form of yearning. Lucy trusts you in the same way. She trust that she will find her sister in you. She's still fighting even now for a way to save you. That's why I don't want to let her down. Is that so? Luna closes her eyes again, sensing a new pathway in her mind, where her power is being steered. My power is being directed away. The Crimson Poison virus converges on Luna unceasingly, repairing damages on her frame bit by bit. Luna opens her eyes. The Ascension network is considering you to be extremely dangerous. It's massively increasing my power to counter the influence from your mind. She reaches out a hand to you, and you can see a subtle crack on it. As your connection deepens, the status of Luna's frame is transmitted to you. She's disintegrating as she is being put back together, breaking and mending. The two forces collide with Luna. You can tell from your small thread of connection that she is in no state to keep fighting. The poison virus that comes after your mind begins being intercepted by Luna before it lands. Her mind deviation is on the verge of reaching a breaking point. Yeah, she articulates what she wants to say with the utmost clarity. Maybe there can be a different path ahead of us, and one I haven't thought of. Maybe there are more possibilities for the future in this world where people like you exist. It's not too late to understand that now, but it's enough. Now let me release all the power I have left to show you what I'm capable of. Luna takes a look at the ashen hetero creature confronting Lucia. You poor, pathetic mistake born from this wrong path. Let me offer you your eternal rest. Whoa!
これがあなたの力。これが姉さんがずっと感じていた力。いいわ。あなたの信頼に応えてあげる。今こそ全てを終わらせる。
今こそ裁きを解き。Oh. Deep underground. Oh, how things have changed. Roland sits at the bottom of the crater, watching the red tide pouring down from the broken pipes. Beside him lies the other ashen hero creature, now completely lifeless. He picks up his broken left arm, trying to match it up with where the fractures in front of his shoulder, before putting it down disappointingly. The arm won't fit, and I can't climb up this shallow hole. Last time I was this messed up was when that Babylonian kid chased me. I suppose I'm familiar with people lying at the rock bottom, desperate and hopeless. Usually I'd be the one standing up there looking down. Could say this hot-headed bravado suits me very well. Do I trust someone else? So please don't let me down. Bringing Luna to Grey Raven is just the first step. We ought to figure out what to do next. I hope she realizes what it is she truly wants this time. Now before my next trick, I'm just gonna take a nap. Beneath the thunderous crashes of the red tide, Roland slowly closes his eyes. A crumbled piece of Polyphage has formed a triangle-shaped cavity. All of a sudden, something moves the heavy, fragmented part away, revealing what is buried beneath. A human and a construct. Both heavily injured, lie on the ground, both trying to shield the other from harm. You look miserable. The space before the unconscious Lucia wraps and twists as if a pair of invisible hands are running over her body, making a rustling sound. Lucia frowns, her hand excitedly reaching for the hilt of her blade, yet her frame has long run out of power at this point, and she can no longer move. Something is being taken from her. A glistening white cube glows in the dark before it vanishes into thin air. Well. Here's some Lamia doesn't finish your job. Hey, this whole place is gonna fall on top of you guys if you don't wake up soon. So you know, I think it's way too much trouble to help you guys. I won't be doing this if it's threatening me. Is it threatening me? The comms terminal you carry suddenly missed the sound of connection, and you slowly open your eyes amidst the falling rocks. A lightless night. Lucia recalls that she has also dragged her bruised body forward in the abyss in the past, to survive, to escape, to the home that awaits her. Why does she keep going on when everything is lost? Why will she not die? Perhaps because of a belief? The belief that if she just takes one more step, she'll reach the light that has been once been described to her. Lucia's last memory in the blinding white light she saw when Luna destroyed the Polyphage's core. What happened afterward? Are you awake? The mind of the woken Lucia is still in a state of confusion, but she quickly realizes that she's being carried. Conrad, what are you doing? Let me down! Don't worry. With the exoskeleton skeleton from the support force, you can barely carry her and walk. But you're also badly injured. Lucia looks back and finds a Polyphage buried in the collapsed cavern. Luna. Conrad, where's Luna? Did she escape? Or did she? I don't know. Lucia turns around, but she cannot find the answer she's hoping for in the ruins of the colossal monster. But she seems to have noticed something and quiets down. Another violent quake occurs, and the stone cliff beneath your feet collapses, sending you into a fall. Conrad! Lucia just catches your hand. She drops. Underneath the two of you lies the deadly red tide. Hey, this way! A rope appears out of nowhere and lands right next to Lucia. She immediately holds onto it, saving both of you from a fatal fall. On a platform in the distance stands Bridget and the support force. Bridget? Surprise! It's a rope gun. You can always count on these antiques in a life or death situation. Let me help. Let's get them out quickly. This whole place is going to collapse any second. Lucia, are you and Conrad alright? I'm fine. Lucia nods before turning back and staring at the crumbling chasm. Luna. But Luna's figure is nowhere to be seen, almost as if she's never been there. Lucia does not look away until the rocks in the undercity cavern fully entomb the entire space and conceal it from your vision. Oh, son of a bitch. Wait, what? Was that it? Was that really it? All I have is side missions. What the fuck? So wait, what happened? What? Is that it? Is that really it? The fuck? They're gonna just cut it off right there without any resolution. Motherfucker. Are you kidding me? You cannot be serious. No, what about this? No, that's not it. Here? No, everything's over. What about this? No, I already did that shit. Over here? Event's over. Already got that. Event's over. Bruh! What? That's how you're gonna end it? See, that's some bullshit. I'm saying it right now. That's bullshit. Alright, well, anything other than that is just going to be side missions, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. So, whoever sees this in the future, thank you for watching, and hopefully you guys are, keeping an eye out for when, for where me and my buds make any streams or anything like that, any more content for the channel. So please help us out, make the channel grow. Yeah, give us some more, give us a little bit of incentive to to try to do this, to do some content more daily. So anyhow, see you guys later.